What are you doing here? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And how are we this morning? We're having a spectacular morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, Lori. Why are my chats not working? It's one of those things, first thing in the morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What in the world? Oh, there's the person I wanted to message anyways. Okay, so that's done. Let me go back over here. Okay, just good morning, everybody. Heather Johns, good morning. Beautiful catch of fish you had, by the way. Pam Gary, Retta, good morning. How is everybody? Whew, I've been gone a hot minute, right? We went on, Shannon and I, my BFF, went on a trip to go visit my brother in Mississippi. And it was a quick trip, but we went, we're back. So we did this thing. Let's pull a card first. Let's do that first. Before I go off into a, you get it? Okay. Did you get it? Did you understand it? If you could share one time, that'd be fabulous. I'm going with Karen K, Oracle of the Fairies this morning, because we just got a bunch of fairy stuff in. And I'm heading into the shop to put it in the shop. Good morning, Heidi. I get to see Heidi this weekend. I do. We're going to Columbus, and we're taking, because we believe in taking classes, even if you know a skill. Take classes and always improve, right? Because you'll always, first time, Marie, good morning. You'll always learn something off of a teacher. It doesn't matter if you've been doing it 5 minutes, 5 years, 50 years, doesn't matter. You get a new teacher, you learn something new, right? And so I'm excited for this class this weekend, and Sam is as well. So anyhow, here we go. Let's pull a card. And then we'll go into the thing. What? If it's your first time, as it is Marie's, good morning, and you never know what you're going to hear here. So I hope you have a good sense of humor. Because we do. It's a great way to start the day. Oh, this is a great card for the morning. Moderation. Oh my goodness. This is my card of the morning, you guys. Moderation. How many people live in moderation, or do we go balls to the wall on everything? Odin, dude, why don't you take a lay down, man? What you looking at? Oh, there's a cat in the window inside the house. He's not going to bother the cat. The cat's sitting in the windowsill, but he's going to stand there and stare at it judgingly. Okay, moderation. There is something you shouldn't be. Oh, don't do that. I don't know why you got to do that. Got to go to the food. It says do things in moderation. I'm going to read that card. I don't. One of my first communications from the other side was with my grandmother, and she got with me and was like, through the medium, and she was like, don't eat potatoes. I was like, what the hell? Or don't eat after 8 o'clock. Seriously, that was my first communication with my grandma on the other side. Don't eat potatoes, and don't eat after 8 o'clock. Hi, Grandma. Love you too. Anything else? Crickets? Okay. Anyhow. Good morning, Lily. But this is a good card because things in life should happen in moderation, shouldn't they? We tend, and especially in this, sorry, my fish tank is loud. It's in the process of being cleaned today. We tend to take things in life, and what do they call it? The bit between the teeth, right? Good morning, Terry T. bit between the teeth, take off with it, and just make it happen, right? But we get lost in that, don't we? Who's ever been lost in a goal? Who's ever been lost in a goal? Philippa, good morning. Where we get so caught up in the goal that we forget that this should be part of our journey. This is part of our journey. This is part of our learning process. This is part of our what are we picking up? What are we learning instead of just accomplishing? What are we learning along the way? It's a big deal. I'm going through this a lot lately, right? More than once, right, Retta? I do it daily. Oh, I do. I will throw myself under the bus. Very, very many times in losing sight, right? I'm very goal oriented, so that makes that a big deal. Learning how to do things in moderation. We feel things dramatically. We do things dramatically. We step out there and accomplish things. This is good. This is a good one. Thank you. But what else happens with people that do this is we can't understand why other people can't accomplish things in the timely manner and efficiently as we think we do. Notice I said as we think we do, right? This is it's hard because the more we feel like we accomplish, the more we feel the people around us should be accomplishing, and we get a little frustrated because those people aren't doing the same. So keep in mind that we keep in our own lane, worry about our own moderation, and accomplish things in the order and timeliness that they're supposed to be. They don't have to all be done at one time, right? Everything doesn't have to be done all at once. It just doesn't. Let's pull another card because this deck is on point for me this morning. Anybody else feeling that? Good morning, Renee. Good morning. Can you tell I've had a vacation? I went and stood on a beach. I ate $5 pound of crawfish. What else did I do? I was like really impressed with $5 a pound of crawfish. I was like, you can bring it. What else did we do? We stood on the beach. We visited a bunch of crystal places. We went to a quilt shop. We went to Nashville. Feeling it more and more. Thank you, Renee. I feel it more and more as I get older, right? The need to push and get things done. And I don't know that it's, did you find any cowboys? Rather, there was not a cowboy one. Maybe one. And he was like 75, 80. And he was super cute. But cute in the, look at a cowboy cute. I'm not looking for cowboys anyways, right? I got my own cowboy. But so real quick, we went to Nashville. We did go to Nashville. And my friend and I decided, now we got in at like 10 o'clock. Okay. And we're like, oh my gosh, because we haven't had an outing in a long time. Her and I, we haven't had an outing in a long time. And so we decide we're going to go down Honky Tonk Highway. We're going to get an Uber and we're going to go down to the Honky Tonk Highway. It's 10:30 at night, right? And good morning, sunshine. I'm online. I'm on the line. So we get all spiffied up, you know. We didn't have any cowboy boots, which was a good thing, actually. So we get all spiffied up and like that, all spiffied up. Good morning, Autumn. Lisa Phillips, how are you? I've been thinking about you. So we go down and we're really kind of disappointed because here's what you have. People puking on the streets. There's a demographic here that is not cowboy. It is not cowboy. Nashville is not cowboy. They play some country music for certain, right? But Honky Tonk Highway is not cowboy. I'm just telling you. There's a demographic. There's girls that are dressed in too little clothes that are way too young to do that. There's sugar daddies. There's the midlife crisis. And I'm going, how is that a legal outfit to wear? And I'm feeling old because I'm going, what is that? It's a bikini. And it was cold. And so we're walking down the street, you know, and we stopped into a couple different places, but the one we stopped, Kid Rock's Badass Honky Tonk. We stopped in that one. Play that country music, why boy, right? So we stopped in there and then watched somebody. We were on the second of 3 levels looking down over the bar. Somebody was drug overdosing on the bar. I kid you not. They had to come in, drag her out, and try to pull her out, and then the ambulance came. It was horrible. So we leave there and we're walking around. Now we're looking for food because it's midnight. We're like, this is ridiculous. So we're gonna head back, and we look at the map and we're like, you know what? We could probably do this because the Uber prices had gone up a couple bucks, just a couple dollars, right? So, anyways, so we're gonna walk back. It was 2.1 miles, right? At midnight in Nashville. And my friend and I think we're like 20 or something. I don't know what the hell we thought. But I do know what we know. We need more physical activity. And so we start walking. Well, of course, it's raining. It's raining. And we're like, okay, well, I look at the Uber. It was going to take 20 minutes to get an Uber. I'm like, well, we'll just keep walking. I know it was horrible. I hope she's okay too. I think she will be. And that I hope she gets the help she needed, because it was really, really sad to see. It really was sad to see. We were standing there, we're like, oh my gosh, so it's raining and we're going down the street, and it would have taken like 20 minutes to get an Uber. The Uber was going to be like $17. And I thought, how far can we get? How far can we get? We had tennis shoes on, we're going. Anyhow, I know it's Lisa's story time. So sorry. So it was the excitement of our trip. Not really, we had some really fun things, but so we get maybe a mile. We get a mile. And this guy pulls over in this car, in this van. A man in a van. Right? And he opens the sliding door. It's like almost 1:00 in the morning now. And he's like, you need an Uber? Well, we didn't check to see if there was an Uber tag on the front. But which was our bad. Like our bad, right? And I know you're all going, no, don't get in the stranger's car. We didn't. Okay. And a man in a van with candy. Now he could have been a man in a van with a couple decks of tarot cards or oracle cards. And we'd be like, what you got? So we walk up to the van. We're not using our best judgment. Don't do this. Okay. Don't do this. And he's mumbling the price. We're like, how much? And he goes, $828. And we're like, I'm sorry, how much? So, because he's like, I can take your credit card. You don't have to have the Uber app. Okay. So we get close, we step closer, and he's like, $48.28 to go a mile. And we're like, I just turned around. I said, I fell off the turnip truck, but not yesterday. And I turned around and walked, and my friend Shannon's just there. This guy, I mean, she has gone full on Karen. And I'm like, why are you even still standing next to his van? Move along. Let's go. And she is just getting it. Like, oh my God. Anyways, we didn't get in the van with the man. We didn't. I don't know if my husband knows that story. I think he does. Anyhow, we walked the rest of the way. So that night we walked like 3-some miles. A man in a van looking for women to grab and send overseas for money. Possibly, right, Renee? He picked the wrong ones. First of all, try dragging me into a van. Shannon's more compact and compatible or carryable. Me, on the other hand, not so much. So, yeah, but he picked the wrong ones. It wasn't going to happen anyways. So we got back to the hotel, and the guy at the hotel's like, no, valet. No, our car was valeted. We should have just taken the car, but we still would have had to walk a little bit. Anyhow, Nashville. Yes, Rita. Culture shock that you don't expect, because it was something else. I'm like, I'm glad we didn't wear our boots because our boots are dirty and they look like real cowboy boots. Mm-hmm. At least there was girls wearing drum major boots. It was serious though. Nashville's on your bucket list. And here's what we said. It was not Hollywood and Nashville. Here's what I think. I think if you go during the day and you don't try to go down the neon highway right there, right? Which was cool. I got some great pictures, really good pictures, which I will share. But hit the museums, find the real substance in that city, and I think it's wonderful. So we went to the Parthenon. I will share more pictures of the Parthenon later. I put some on my Mystical Life. So we went to the Parthenon in Nashville. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. And we were sitting in a cab with these other women, and they're like, we went to the Grand Ole Opry last night and saw Vince Gill, Pam Tillis, and Crystal Gale was going to be the night we were leaving. I was like, God, we should have done that. We should have done that. Find the substance in that spot. I missed the Johnny Cash Museum. I wish we had gone to that because that would have been awesome to go to. But yeah, find the substance. So that was fun. It was fun. But we hadn't taken a girl trip, and I can't even tell you how many years now. The last one we went on wasn't really a girl trip. It was to Texas, and she got COVID and was sick the whole time. I'd poke her with a stick and be like, yacht over there. Yeah, it would have been an awesome show. It really, really would have been. Here's our next card. Listen to the music around you. And I'm going to dig deeper into this. Listen carefully, for there may be messages and things that you hear. This is really relevant. In here, in the messages, guys, who is somebody that reads through music? Thank you, Robin. I repurpled this morning. Who reads through music? Anybody? Who gets guidance through music? A lot of times people don't realize they're getting guidance. A random song pops into your head, reminds you of so-and-so, and all of a sudden you tear up because you're thinking of so-and-so. That's a message. That's so-and-so saying, remember when? Right, Lisa? Get music from my guides all the time. Guidance through music. It's very common. But how often do people really talk about it? Not very often. They're like, I'm a clairvoyant, a clairaudient, but they don't talk about how these things come across. So I think it's really important to realize that we get a lot of guidance through music because it's a way to evoke emotion. My mom walks slower because she's getting older, and a group of teens actually surrounded her while we were at Walmart one night. Little did they know my mom was not alone. And while they were watching my mom, I was watching them. These kids never saw me coming. I hope you opened a can of whoop ass on them. Yeah. Music saved you from depression. Yeah, that's sad, right? Right, Renee? Kids nowadays. Oh my God, I sounded like my mom when I was a kid. These darn kids, since that Cyndi Lauper. It really was. These darn kids and that Prince. He had a song out called Erotic City. My mom about went ape shit. And now it's pretty much elevator music. I heard Eminem in the elevator. Like, okay. It could make me crazy because there's no explanation for the tune. Absolutely. I understand that. Okay. Christine Emerson, how are you? You've been able to pick up lots of messages through music. It's important to realize there are so many avenues for information. Good morning, Amber. Good morning, Anna Marie. Yes, it has been Jansen. Good morning. It's been a hot minute. I've been away. I done been away. But I am back. I'll be in the shop. What in the hell is that? Oh, in a little bit. Bunch of new stuff I got in for the store. Just studying for your boards. Christine Emerson, how exciting. How exciting. So, bunch of new stuff going in. We have some stuff going on at the end of April. We're going to be hiring some people at the shop because we need, I am realizing I need moderation. Our first card of the day, same goes with poems. You're totally correct, Philippa. Who wants to share how some of the weird ways, the woo-woo ways they get information in over here? Because it's amazing how many different, there's as many different ways to get information as there are people. It's so unique and just beautiful, right? So in April, we have some things going on, and we're talking to a chocolatier because we have the chocolate walk going on at the shop, which is going to be a whole lot of fun. But we're going to be bringing in some new people into the shop. We're going to be doing lives there. Sam is finishing the wall because winter's coming. No, I'm kidding. So we have some stuff going on, but I think that first morning card of the morning is important. We need to live in moderation. And that's probably part of our lessons here, right? Figuring out we want it all. We want to do it all. We want to get everything in the time frame. What the heck? In the time frame that we have. What? Somebody turned on my music or my sound on my computer. I also use music to get my emotions too, good and bad. Let's see. What is the weirdest way I think I get information? I think I know. And it's going to sound strange. It may sound strange to you, but we've talked. If you've taken psychic development, Mr. Freisky, good morning. It took me a long time to figure out that guides will touch my face. Like they touch my face. Like this is Metatron. This is Archangel Michael. This is Ezekiel. But I have one guide, and his only job is to tell me that the person that I'm reading for, Sam did attempt. I know he had a hard time. He had a hard time with this class. The videos wouldn't load. We have to look into that particular glitch and see if that's going to be a more consistent glitch or if it was just that night. But I have one guide. I have two guides that are really kind of unique. The one that very rarely pops out, and he comes forward out of shadows. So he comes out of complete darkness and he steps forward, and it's a gentleman. I've never thought to describe him. So I would say he's probably about 6 foot, and he has dark hair, and it comes down to about here, and he's always smiling, and he slides forward like on rollers, and he goes like this. He doesn't say a word. He just goes, money. And then very creepily sinks back into the shadows until he disappears. What is with that? But it's just his way of saying that somebody that I'm doing a reading for may come into money, may have a money fluctuation in their life, right? So he's interesting. But I have one guy that comes in and he gives me like a feeling on the corner of my lip, like you would get if you're getting a cold sore, that somebody is anxious. And that's how I pick up that somebody's anxious, is because that reminds me of when I'm anxious, I might get a cold sore, so I watch for that. But so it's just really interesting how they can come across and bring you different messages. I did pick up a message for myself through a clairvoyant. Through hand movement, I knew who the message was from straight away. So this is interesting that Philippa said that. Moderation, right, Christine? So the clairvoyant or the psychic or the medium or whoever they were with didn't actually give them the message that they would have understood, right? Because if I'm sitting there, I'm doing reading and I'm like, and I'm moving my hands, it's a subconscious thing. Yeah, right, Christine? Right? So yeah, it's a way my guides come across. So it might have been a very subconscious thing for me that I was trying to figure out how to get the message across. Might not have been able to vocalize it, figure out how to get it out there. But just in being there and sitting there and doing it, the person could have gotten a message. It happens a lot. Like, oh my gosh. Wow. Lisa says, I get a stabbing pain in my left ear to bring attention to something. Usually, Lisa, that is it's either a clair or it's an indication of mediumship. I get a real dull stab in my ear when my mediumship is coming in. Like when I have they're trying to get the information across and I'm not paying attention. So pay attention to that. All right. Anywho, let's pull a name this morning. Can I get a whoop whoop? Who's here? Can I get a whoop whoop? Yeah. So sometimes it's a new. It's leveling up. It's leveling up. Oh my gosh, we watched Encanto the other night, so I cannot get this song out of my head. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. There's actually a corner in our kitchen where I've gotten a lot, even before I knew what I know now. It started with feelings, a certain way of getting feeling about something, and now it comes in all different ways. But that corner is still very generous with it. Isn't that really interesting? You hear your name being said, but nobody there. Very common, Robin. Very common. Are you a reader, Robin? Is this Robin from Defiance? It's spelled the same. I don't know. I never pay attention to last names, so you just have to. Was Encanto good? It was good. It's a good movie. No, okay. I have another Robin that's from Defiance area that is spelled the exact same way. You don't see it very often. Whoa. Let's go with these. Yes, let's do that. Okay. You're scared but ready. Leveling up, man. Leveling up. Yep, I understand. And it's okay to be nervous and what's going to happen? What am I going to get? All that kind of stuff. I was in the shower yesterday morning and I thought Shannon walked in the bathroom. And I'm like, what's Shannon doing in here? And it wasn't. You know, you get these things and you go, what the hell? You know, we're not always ready for stuff like that, are we? Yeah. I had 5 people read for me last night in the class with ISIS, and they all got the same message to me. Confront your fears. I heard that Michael won the deck of cards last night, so I've got to get on that when I get to work. Make that happen. Yes, indeedy. Okay. It was spirit. Yeah, it was just some, but I had heard somebody talking in the middle of the night, just whispering, and I thought she had left her phone on. And then there was a click in the side of the room, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here? We didn't pay for a haunted room. Damn it. Go all over the nation looking for a haunted room. And then let's go with Robin Hood. Oh my God, I just got that. I had to say it out loud to get it. I had to say it out loud to get it. Okay. Sometimes I'm a little slow. Since Reiki 2 attunement, it's always been a hold my drink kind of ride. All the new things and experiences can be overwhelming. Right. Yeah. Those attunements really flesh out any yuck, don't they? Robin. Not that one. Okay. Why are these so hard to get? Whoa. Okay. Robin. Good morning, sister. So Robin Hood. Here's the cards I pulled for you, and I'm. Is this your first time on? Good luck, Katrina. Good luck. No, okay. I'm sorry. I never remember names. I'm sorry. So sorry. I want to talk. I don't think you have any. I don't think they're blockages. I think they're hiccups. We're going to go with hiccups because I think you're on a pathway to creativity. I think you're on a pathway to a releasing some things, taking some deeper breaths in life, and bringing yourself in some compassion and some love. Now, I don't think this is love from anybody else. I think this is love from you, and giving yourself the permission to love a fragment of yourself that you've had a hard time accepting. And it's probably more than likely from your childhood. Loving a fragment of yourself that you went, ooh, that wasn't the right thing to do, but I did it and it's part of me, and being okay with that. The first card I have for you is the heart chakra. It's the heart chakra. And this is something that's going to create a chain of events for you that is going to help you feel more in tune with your life, is the way I'm going to put this. And I don't know how I picked that up from there, but we're talking about it's going to make you feel more in tune with your life. Resolving something like this, I don't know if you're doing any shadow work or something like that, soul retrieval. Soul retrieval. Hold on one second. I really kind of think I can say that this is from words. I think this piece of yourself that is unresolved on the inside with this, get it straight, Lisa, with this little memory, has to do with words and yelling at somebody, being nasty to somebody, saying things you really didn't mean, that kind of thing. And the way I see this is you going up like this. So I see you looking up and yelling. So that's just their way of saying it was probably to somebody that was in charge that you had some really sour words for. It's time to be okay with some of the things that you said in your past, because you're stepping into this creative part of your life. This they're calling it the music. You're stepping into the music. You're starting to feel the sway of things. You're starting to feel the beauty of the moment, and it's okay to love yourself. I think, and I think this is stuff you've already heard. I think this is stuff you've already done. Your energy comes across with this profound, I like myself kind of thing, right? You're getting there. But we're stepping. Really? Because I don't have anybody in here. No, there's nobody outside either. Just saw a shadow walk from left to right behind you by the fish tank. I'm the only one in this room. So I think you're beginning to feel the sway. About 6 foot. No, Richard's on the other side. So that door over here is closed. Wherever it is. There. There. That door is closed. And that door is closed. And I'm the only one. So because Robin, you have I'll have to go back and watch it, absolutely. What time frame was that? About 32. Because you're stepping into this new part of your life where you feel that sway, and you're okay with all of the things that are going on in life, because you're starting to see things differently. Where's your dog? He's laying right here. Right there. That's him. Huh. That's so weird. Richard's just coming down the steps. I can hear him. No one's outside. See that? There was nothing in front of me. That's why I was like looking, going, how is that? Well, what do we got going on today? Huh. Interesting. So, Robin. Yes, it's okay to take a moment. It just happened again. There's nothing outside. What the hell? Was it human shape or was it just a shadow? You know what's really evident? I need to clean my fish tank. Human, really? Huh. Could be Bill checking in. It really could be Bill checking in. Bill, it's a person. There's nobody outside. Like, nobody. Could it be a bird flying by the window? Could it be a bird, you guys? Sam says. Tall person with a head to the butterfly. Okay. So, Robin, all of these things clear the path. No, it's human. I'll have to look back because there's nobody outside. Yeah, nobody outside. Now, if somebody was on the porch, that'd be possible. But there's nobody on the porch. Okay, wait. Okay, so now Richard's outside. And he just walked by the window. Richard's outside. He just walked by the window. Huh, weird. Could be Richard. It could be Richard, but he's not on the porch, so I don't understand. But anyways, okay, all good. So Robin, I think you have some new education coming your way when it comes from spirit. You always feel Bill's presence in Monday's class. I was thinking about replaying. Yeah, it's probably Richard. It's just maybe it's a reflection off the windshield hitting him as he comes by. If you see it again, let me know. I'll look for him. Okay, it's going to be Richard. It's Richard. Okay, Sam says he's also seen the sun's reflection in the windows at the house. Oh, yeah, that's true. I think it's Richard. I think he just has to hit it just right. And I didn't know he was outside, which means he's cleaning out the car. Good morning, Arlene. I miss seeing him. I miss him. I miss him. I'm thinking about doing a replay. Debunked. We like to debunk. I like to do. I'm thinking about doing a mix mash replay of him on a video, and just for fun, have him walk around so we can go back, left, right. Yeah, he was big energy, wasn't he? He did have the best smile. He didn't smile very much. He was so upset. They took his teeth out, not all of them, but they took a bunch of his teeth out before COVID, and they were going to replace them and put new teeth in. And then COVID struck, and they said it's elective, so they wouldn't do it. So he was very, very insecure about his teeth, so he didn't smile as much as he used to. So we all thought we were having visions. Good morning, Gabriella. But I'm going to see about putting Bash up a mishmash of his videos. I really wanted him to do some classes, some paganism classes, but I couldn't push him, and he was feeling much worse than he was telling us all the time. So, yeah, what are you going to do? That's actually Shadow Sasquatch. Damn it. Oh, his energy. Yes. He was off the chain. You could tell he was passionate about his beliefs. He was very, very passionate about his beliefs. Yeah, I don't think I have any pictures of Mr. Bill. I don't. And it was always Bill in lights. We do grow big. Christine Emerson says, I think he had a big hand in you guys getting the shop. He had a huge hand in it. He really did. He just kind of set things down in front of us and said, okay, here you go. Here you go. Some stability, some, all that. And it's just amazing. Got to have my first birthday with the family. and I don't know how many years this year, which was so nice to just sit there and be like, look at that. It's our people. Really, Lisa, she got a picture of her biological dad. Yeah, Renee. Yeah, he never let us know what he was really feeling. And the night he fell and broke his leg that bad, he told me, I'm not going to be here in a month. I'm not going to be here in a month. And he did like 29 days. He knew. And we get to stay in one place. Fabulous. So when we vacate, we get to vacate for a reason instead of moving. I'm so sorry. Amber says her biological dad was killed before she could meet him. I'm very blessed. I'm very, very blessed. I had Bill, and I have my stepdad who actually called my dad. He raised me. Then we have Sam's dad and Sam's mom, my mom, and Sam's stepmom. Yeah, Bill was the first. So I think anyhow, let's move on. So I'm going to head into the shop, and we're going to put in a bunch of stuff into the store. We also have a rewards program. If you have filled out the rewards program in the shop, please go check it out, because there's people that have points. Oh my God. You might just need to have his name in lights in your garden. Oh, what a great idea, Renee. What a great idea. He would love it. I need a marquee that just says Bill. Hi, Cinda. Because that's what I think we did his, Jim was the first, right? You're right, honey. I'm so sorry. Jim was so long ago, and it was so sudden, and nobody got to grieve. I think that when you log in, Heidi, if you click the little gift present thing in the corner, I think it'll come up. Erica Spiller, good afternoon, morning. How are you? I think that's where you find it. So I would check there first and go from there. Huh? They've been out. Thank you. Are you going upstairs? No. Okay. Look, it's the mystery man. So you were walking. I didn't know you were outside. You kept walking back and forth, and I never caught you walking back and forth. But there was a huge shadow on the wall, and everybody's like, "Look!" Yeah, you think it's funny.
All of the sticks are inside.
Thank you.
The tools are still in there. I'm gonna have to back it.
Okay, can you take the kitty litter out? Yeah. Okay. Getting over COVID. Fake this out. Yep, we have been debunked. Robin, you know what? Here's the thing. Here's what I can tell you. So the cards that I pulled, I kind of skated past them. Robin, you have some things coming up, intuitive wise. Spirit will be talking to you a lot. Okay. But we have a clearer path for that information when we forgive ourselves for things that we aren't that person anymore. You're not the person you were 2 seconds ago. Right? So she says, thank you. I have trouble forgiving myself for bad choices I've made in the past, but I am practicing self-love and accepting my past. Grateful for my lessons, right? So you know all this. You know all of it, and your guides are just saying, hey, you're getting there. You're doing good. You're working on it. You're working on things you need to. And this is going to upset some people. I actually have, so hold on, Renee, I'll come back to that. We go through these things so we can get the lessons. And as a shaman I do a lot of, soul retrieval, things like that. And you hear mirror work, you hear shadow work, you hear all these things. Good morning, Linda. But don't obsess. Don't obsess, because then we just keep going back and relive, right? The point of shadow work and things like that is not to obsess about it. It's to step into it, see it for what it is, love yourself in that moment, and move forward. And don't go back there again. Don't do that again. So a lot of people will start doing shadow work and they'll just obsess about it. I'm doing my shadow work. And they'll be working on it. and they be working on it, and they keep going back to the same thing. But this also brings up the point of we're not living in the past. We shouldn't be living in the past. We move ourselves to the future, right? But we're living in the right now. Good morning, Sarah. So living more in the moment. And if you are so wrapped up in working on your past, you're living more there than you are here. We have to forgive it and love ourselves in that. I know it's going to be a lot of people ain't going to like that, what I'm saying, right? Because we've been taught, especially the last couple of years, we have to do shadow work constantly to make ourselves better. Love yourself from here to the past, and then move forward. Right, Heidi, enjoy the human experience. Even the shitty parts. Even the shitty parts. I hope that wasn't my daughter-in-law looking for money. Well, that sounded weird, didn't it? I hope she has money. Mr. Fry, does she have change there? All of it. Have gratitude for all of it. Yes, absolutely. As humans, we try to avoid pain. I think we look at pain from the wrong perspective. Pain stretches us and allows us to grow. We can't let it define us, but allow ourselves to feel the pain and grow. Okay, great. Thank you, honey. Not you, Christy. I was replying to Sam, but yes, thank you, honey. Okay, with that, you guys, I'm heading in, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. There is we do owe a healing session to the membership, and I will try to work on that today. And okay, honey. We're gonna I think we're gonna institute a social night in the membership. We're gonna institute a social night in the membership. So I'll be looking for somebody to host that. If you're not a member and you want to be a member, you can go to mymysticallife.com and you'll find the membership there. And it's psychic development, right? We're all about the psychic development and helping each other rise together. So that is what we do. All right, I'm going to head to work, into the shop. And I will talk to you guys either later or tomorrow. Have a wonderful afternoon, and thank you for joining me. All right, find light, find love, find joy. Feel divine because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here, he would say, may the light be with you always. All right, guys. Bye.